We can do anything that we wanna do. What's up, guys? We're gonna talk about the magic of Blue's Clues. Many of us watched Blue's Clues growing up. I know I did. It was actually one of my childhood favorites, and we're gonna talk about what I learned from watching Steve on Blue's Clues. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. My name is BJ Iwoha, and I'm your friend and your life coach. I want to talk to you guys about the beautiful show that we watched back in the day when I was a kid, and I first watched the TV show Blue's Clues. I was wowed. My sister told me about it, and she was like, BJ, there's this show that comes on with this guy, and he talks to you.
Hey, you're here. Blue and I were just getting ready for the really big art show.
He literally talks to you. And I'm like, yeah, right. He talks to you? Like, how does he know that we're watching? She was like, I don't know. She said, but he literally talks to you. It was the coolest thing. And as a kid, this was like the first time that something like this had actually happened. Like, there were other kids shows that came out, but I feel like this was the most interactive kids show that I had ever seen, where he was literally inviting you into the world of what he was doing with his dog Blue. And he would literally ask you questions to participate. It was the coolest thing ever. And I just learned so much from Steve and Blue. And if you saw the news, or if you saw this trending recently, Steve from the show actually made a recent video just thanking everybody that grew up watching him, and how he said he never forgot about us. If you watch the show Blue's Clues, you saw that somewhere out of nowhere, Steve kind of just up and left the show, and he was like, hey guys, I'm going to college. My brother Joe is going to take over. Bye guys. And he just kind of left, and I was like, whoa, like, it's kind of sad. Like, to be honest with you, I didn't really watch the show that much after that. Steve was like my friend. He was like my best friend. I love Steve. And when Steve wasn't on the show anymore, Joe was cool, but it just wasn't the same. And nothing against Joe. Joe was great, but it was just something about Steve. I think it's like when you meet, like, it's like when you have your first kiss, or like when you meet your first love. It was just something like that. It was just something very nostalgic about just having Steve there, because he was like our friend. Like, he was like the first friend that we had that welcomed us into his world with Blue. And the thing that I learned most, the number one thing I learned from watching Steve growing up, is the one thing that he says in the song is, you can do anything that you want to do. And that's what I want to talk about. The magic of being anything that you want to be. You can do anything that you want to do. So why is it that we put limitations on what it is we can do? We get into our conscious mind, and we don't even utilize all the power of our subconscious mind, because a lot of our mind is subconscious. Sub means down below. And a lot of things that we see are conscious, but a lot of things that are going on, we have over 60,000 thoughts a day. A lot of things are going on in here subconsciously. You could say that you want to attract love into your life, but subconsciously, you're afraid to have love because you got cheated on before in the past. Or you could say that you want to have more money in your life, but subconsciously you're saying to yourself, money is the root of all evil. How many of you grew up in church and heard that scripture? So it's like subconsciously you're saying one thing, but consciously you're saying you want something. So it's this inner battle of your conscious against your subconscious. And what you have to do is you have to align the two together. And I was just watching this amazing video by another YouTuber named Aaron Doughty. And great channel, by the way. I love him. He was saying, talking about a movie, and it was crazy because he was talking about a very movie that I was talking about with my friend today called Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio. It's a great movie. All of Leonardo DiCaprio's movies are great. But Leonardo DiCaprio, if you never saw the movie, in this movie, he was kind of like he was a con man. And what he would do is he would portray himself as being someone that he wasn't. In one case, he was portraying himself to be a pilot. And he ended up learning how to fly planes, and he became a pilot. And at one point, he portrayed a doctor, and he ended up becoming a doctor. And then another point, he became a lawyer, I believe. But it's like he became these things because he saw himself as being that thing. He didn't see himself as being the person that he was. He saw himself as being that. And he became that, and no one questioned it. That's why he got away with it for so long. And he was able to forge checks and make money and all this crazy stuff. It's a good movie. If you've never seen it, go watch it. Catch me if you can. But it's all about being. It's not about acting. You know, they say act as if, which is good. That's part of it. To act as if what you have is already here and being made manifest. But it's really when you be that, when you become what it is that you want to manifest. When you put yourself in the state of being, of already having and being, that's when you align your conscious and your subconscious. Imagination is everything. It's a preview of life's coming attractions. It's a quote by Albert Einstein. And another law of attraction teacher, which is Neville Goddard, said that you have to see yourself already receiving what it is that you want to manifest and believe it as so, and assume it as done. Assume it as already being made manifest. So if that's the case, what would you do? How excited would you be if your dreams were coming true right now? How happy would you be if everything right now that you desire to have, the money, the relationship, the business, the success, whatever it is, what would you be like and how would you feel if you had that right now? Because all you have to do is align with that energetically. And then guess what? Because you're riding and living on that frequency, things will start to match to align with you, and then things will be made manifest because you believe it is already done. It doesn't matter what it looks like right here. What matters is here. Your imagination is everything. It's a preview of life's coming attractions. You have to believe it's already done and see it as already being done. So if you want to see yourself as being a multimillionaire, then you have to see yourself as being a multimillionaire. Don't see yourself as making, what is it? I mean, like $10 an hour or something like that, if that's what you're making, or 15, whatever the minimum wage is where you live at. See yourself as being a multimillionaire. How would you feel? How would you live? Even if you don't have a multi-million-dollar house, imagine that you do live in a multi-million-dollar house and feel the joy and appreciation for what you have right now. Because then you're aligning with other divine synchronicities that will make that become made manifest. You have to assume it is already done. It's a beautiful, almost magical, amazing thing. But it's faith. It takes faith. It's faith. Believing in the unseen. And when you believe in the unseen, because that's where your real life is. What's unseen is what's real. What's seen is fleeting. So you have to imagine what it is that you want in your life and believe it is already done and believe you're worthy of it and believe that it's going to happen. You just don't know the appointed time, but it will happen at the right time for you. So the thing that I learned most, and I know I kind of went deeper into that, but what I learned from Blue's Clues, when he said, we can do anything that we want to do. It's true. You can start that business. You can have the soulmate of your dreams. You can have the money that you desire. You can be in the best shape of your life. You can have anything you want to have in your life. You just have to believe that it's already yours and believe it's already done. And then guess what? You start living it. What would a healthy person do? If you were in the best shape of your life with, you know, the best body you've ever wanted, how would you eat? What would you drink? How would you live? How much would you exercise? You start doing that to align with that. If you were in a loving relationship with the soulmate of your dreams, how would you live? How happy would you be already? How would you treat other people? How would you treat your spouse? How kind and loving and gentle would you be? How secure would you be? How caring would you be? You have to live like that, because if you want to attract the soulmate of your dreams into your life, you have to be the soulmate of your dreams first. And then you'll attract other people that align with you. So it's really about being who you want and believing that that's who you are now. That's the secret. Believe it as now, it's done. This is who you are. And then you'll start to see synchronicities line up in your life. I want to say a special thank you to Steve. Steve, you are a friend to me, and I love you. I'm glad you didn't forget about me. I'm glad you didn't forget about us. We grew up watching you, and you are a big part of our lives on Nick Jr., and it was awesome being able to play those games with you and Blue, and Salt and Pepper, and Paprika, and it was great. So thank you for teaching us these amazing things that you didn't even know how much deeper it would go, and I appreciate you very much. If you guys like this video, go ahead and drop me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. I appreciate you guys so much and love you guys coming to watch these videos. It really means a lot to me. When you like, it really does help my videos to get out there more. And comment down below where you're watching from. And if you like Blue's Clues like I did. And comment down below where you're watching from. It's cool to know those things. And as always, hit that bell icon so that way you can be notified whenever I do upload new videos to my channel. As usual, I love you guys. God bless you. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.